call the November 2025 Madison DX Club meeting to order, and Treasurer's report may come in a little bit later. The minutes, we're having Zoom take our minutes for us, and I did some slight editing last time and I sent it out to everyone. I think those were pretty good. So any feedback about those minutes, please let us know. And next on our agenda is House DX. We'll have Bob give us his report, and then we can just talk generally amongst ourselves a little bit as to what people are seeing. So, Bob, take it away.
Yeah, well, as I'm sure everybody knows, conditions have been really, really up on the high frequency bands. 10 meters been wide open. Not so much on 160 and 6 meters. It's really been suffering from all the solar activity. But we have had a lot of DXpeditions going. One, which is kind of surprised me, was to this Mexican island, Villa Gigado. This is a group of 4 islands about 400 miles west of the tip of Baja. And this was X-ray Fox 4 Bravo. X-ray 4 Fox Bravo. He was on the island, one of the islands there, for 3 days. He came there to meet the new base commander. The islands are under Mexican federal control. There's a small naval base there, and Mark, XE-1B, would like to have what he considers to be a full-scale DXpedition to those islands. So I think it's like number 24th on the most wanted list in North America. So he went there for 3 days to commiserate with this new base commander. The object was to demonstrate to him that they could really operate using this rig-in-the-box technique on that island with a minimal footprint. And so he was on 3 bands. He was on 10, he was on 17, he was on 20 meters, all on sideband. He made quite a few contacts. He made just under 1,000 contacts on those 3 days. So I think it was a successful trip for him. I don't know when the full-scale expedition is planned for, but we'll stay tuned for that. But the real tremendous activity these past couple of weeks from Africa. There's just been a lot of really great expeditions there. You know, we had 5 V7RU, a couple of the Russian DX team. 2 guys went down there, and they managed to make 15,000 QSOs. I think they're still going to be on until the 19th. So they're limping along, though, because they blew up 4 amplifiers. Can you believe it? 4 amplifiers due to fluctuations in, I should say, wild fluctuations in voltage down there. So you know, that's one of the things that people face when they go down into Africa and into the Pacific, is these power problems and noise problems. So I think they've managed to make 15,000 QSOs so far. They're all running 100 watts, and they're still doing a good job, and not giving up yet. They're being gluttons for punishment. They're going to Benin after that. They're going to start November 18th, TY0RU. So these dudes from the Russian DX Club, they're tough cookies. So watch for them from Benin. Then we had the Mediterranean group 9L8MD. I'm sure if you've been active, you've had the chance to work them. Being in West Africa, they had a great signal into North America, and they made like 110,000 QSOs. They're QRT now, but they did a really good job, and you know, several of us even worked them on 160 meters. So that was pretty cool. Then we had this Madagascar team, 5R8TT and 5R8XX. They're still QRV until tomorrow, I guess. But no, who knows what's going to happen to the bands with this strong storm headed our way. So we'll see about that. CR5, a C5R in the Gambia. I think they're QRT now, and I don't have a lot of information on how many contacts he made. It was a one-man operation, but there were quite a few spots on him that showed up on 6 meters. So looking forward to more information on that. Then we had this, was a surprise to me, this expedition into Somalia, 603T, and they're also QRT, 81,000 QSOs, plagued by power problems, plagued by noise problems. In fact, they even gave up on the low bands. It was just so bad. They just couldn't solve their noise problems down there. When it gets dark, all the LEDs go on, and it just wreaks havoc on the low bands. So the rest of the Russian DX team, about 10 members of them, was in Burundi as 9U1RU, and I'm sure many of you guys have worked them because they've been all over the bands, just very active, a great signal. Embedded with them was Hal Turley, W8HC. So our friend Hal is going to give us our program in January to tell us what it's like to operate with this Russian DX team. They have a great QTH there. They seem to be on an escarpment that's about 400 feet above sea level there, and they don't have so many noise problems of being out in the middle of nowhere there, but they too also have power issues, both voltage fluctuations and power outages. So I'm sure if you've been chasing them, you notice that sometimes they just disappear, and it's not their fault, the power just goes out, but they always manage to make it back. So that's what I've been up to, and I'm sure most of North America has been chasing all these African DXpeditions, and it's wonderful to have propagation picking up for us. And of course, there's many more to come now in the season. I won't enumerate them. I just encourage you to look at Bill's website, NG3X. Just Google announced DX operations, And Bill's got this great spreadsheet here that tells you everything that's going on, leads you to their websites, tells you what they're going to be operating, how they're going to QSL, and what's coming up in the future. So it's a really, really good site. Then we have a big contest coming up. We have the CQ Worldwide DX competition. It's a CW portion. I don't know if any of you were on the phone portion a couple of weeks ago. I did a little bit. I don't really do phone contests all that much, but I did get on 80 meters, and I had some fun working some DX on sideband on 75 meters. So that was kind of a blast. But the CQ Worldwide DX contest is coming up. It's right after Thanksgiving, the 29th and 30th. So I'm looking at that, and if we have some decent conditions, I just might go for a single band operation and see what I can do. Currently, the first CME. Well, if you're not aware of this, just let me back up for 1 minute and say the past 3 days there have been X level solar flares and CMEs, coronal mass ejections, Earth facing, completely Earth facing. So we have 3 CMEs headed toward us. Now, the last one, yesterday's, was the most powerful, and that was an X5.1, and it is the fastest traveling one. And so the space gurus are predicting that this most recent one and the fastest moving one may in fact overtake the CMEs from the previous 2 days and combine with them and hit us with a real humdinger. So there may be some aurora tonight. There's big aurora, a class G4 a solar storm predicted for tomorrow, and they're predicting a K of 8. So if there's a K of 8, I'll be on 2 meters and 432 working the aurora. So those are my plans, and I hope this all comes to pass. And who knows what that's going to do to 6 meters. It can wipe things out. It can also give us some wonderful TEP or maybe even some F2 propagation. So that's what's been on my mind, Kevin.
Oh, that's great, Bob. So others, have you worked any of those African stations or any other DX over the last month?
I got Burundi today on 17 and 20 meters on FT8. So that was pretty wild.
Yeah.
You know, FT8, but it was still fun. Yeah, Somalia came by, made a pass. They showed up for about 5 minutes and then they disappeared. I couldn't, ever get in touch with them. And that just surprised the bejesus out of me, because you don't ever see anything out of that part of the world. But that was just exciting to see them pass by, because you just don't see it. And then a couple of weeks ago, Antarctica showed up, the German Mueller station. And that was pretty neat. Hadn't seen Antarctica for a while. So that was, for me, that was pretty good.
That's great. Others?
I worked 9L8MD. It was kind of fun if you could, because I'm QRP CW, right? And with a wire antenna. So hearing these guys and being a DXpedition, it's always a challenge, but you work it. And he just got on 15 meters. I think I could have been his first contact. I don't know, but there was nobody else there. So, and I was only 1 kilohertz up. Normally QRPers, we go up as high as you can go. But I thought, well, I'm going to take a chance. And so I went at just 1 kilohertz up and bam. So I was happy about that one.
That's great.
Yeah, 5 watts. I'm good.
5 watts into a wire, you said.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, that's why I'm here to listen to John tonight.
Anyone else? Everyone have their beverages on the ground that are going to get them on the ground for winter? I know around here all the corn and soybeans have been harvested and things are quieting down.
Had a deer get tangled up in my beverage yesterday, so I've got to go out and unstretch it. That wouldn't be so bad, except the end of the beverage that's down at the ground is in the middle of this giant thicket of raspberry bushes that I really should have pruned some time ago.
Yes, yeah, I know. how
So it's pretty well guarded. Happens, I don't know, once or twice a year, deer gets tangled up in it and
that is.
stretches it out.
Yeah. Well, we can come back if someone else has, thinks of something that they'd like to talk about on DX. Just want to remind everyone that we do publish our programs on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel. If you just Google Madison DX YouTube, you'll find your way to our channel, or you can go to our website and there's links there. And a lot of the things that we talked about today, whether it be 6-meter propagation, some FT8 stuff that quite honestly Ted has done a couple of great short programs for us on, as well as some of these other DXpeditions. And as you heard Bob mention, we'll be having a program in January on that DXpedition. So we also have some other things that the club offers. Obviously, the mail program, which Ted keeps a watchful eye on, and so I know it's working, because otherwise, if it wasn't, nobody'd be here tonight. So that's good. We also have a swap mail reflector, and that's been pretty quiet. And I think Ed Toll is packing and heading down to Arizona. I think he leaves on Thursday. So he has been working on a couple of our other services. So we'll wait maybe till January and get an update from Ed on that. So so any questions on any of those? Okay. If you want to join or want to renew your membership, again, our club's webpage has information to put you in contact with our treasurer, and you can either snail mail him a check, or what I use and what's very convenient is PayPal, but some people don't use PayPal, I understand. But that's there as well. So any other old business before we move on to new business? The only new business I have right now is that next month we will not have a formal program. We will have our virtual holiday party. So everyone's, invited to join us, bring a refreshment, appetizer, talk about what's been going on in our lives other than DX. But if a little DX slips in, that's okay too. So it'll be at our regular time, regular place. I hope to be in a warmer part of the world. I'm still here in Madison, Wisconsin. And I know, as I said earlier, I've stayed about a week too long and have a few more days before I head down there. And it seems like the cold weather is following me, because when I get down there, it's only going to be high in the 50s. And until last week, it was high in the 80s down there. So I know all those of you in the north feel very badly for me. So any other DX news or projects that people are working on, Bob?
Yeah, I want to say hello to Adrian down there in Australia. Adrian, I'm looking for you every morning, on 160. It's not been good, my friend.
No, it's been very difficult. Yeah, indeed. I can't even work Jeff K1ZM neither last few days. So, however, we shall keep trying.
Same here. I won't give up on you, Adrian. I'll keep looking for you. Adrian has one of the best signals out of Australia. And, he's on just about every morning. You can count on him. Even when he had open heart surgery, I think it seemed like it was a
Somehow.
week later he was back on the air.
Yeah, you can't keep me out of the garage.
That's great. Somebody mentioned this station down in Antarctica, the German station DP0GVN, I think it was. I did work him on 160 meters last month, much to my surprise. So that was a new one for me on that band, and was a little bit of excitement.
Now, I did that, I think it was on 17 meters, 17 or 20. Can't remember off the top of my head, but it was just really surprising that, they showed up. They probably lasted 10 minutes and then the signal was gone. So I felt really lucky to be able to get them.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, I was curious about last year. There's the Russian expedition or Antarctic station. I was able to get them too. So that was keep trying to get more and more. It's like everything is just hit and miss. Are you on the radio, and two, is it propagating correctly? Get up here to Madison. So, but yeah, anytime it's fun.
So I'll adjourn the meeting and we'll start back up again with the program in 5 minutes.